All right, what we're going to do is I just want you to just going to look at some common sense stuff because you really need to know this. And I'm just going to be as blunt as possible. Ephesians 6 says, "For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places." Okay? Now, we need to read the definition of ion, an ion. It's an atom or group of atoms that carries a positive or negative electric charge as a result of having lost or gained one or more electrons. I'll rephrase it. An atom or group of atoms that carries a negative electric charge as a result of having lost one or more electrons. Because that's where we would be, right? Yes. We've lost charge. In order to have this from the hospitals, you have lost charge. Your battery. It's what we keep trying to tell you. Just say you're crazy. Crazy. Just listen. Oh. Definition of script.
Here's the definition of script. Handwriting is distinct from print. Written characters.
Characters. The written text of a play, movie, or broadcast. So now we have movie, play, broadcast, and atoms, which implies everybody that's an arhimanic spirit, which is a whole nother video. You understand? The definition of pre.
Here's the definition of previous to, before.
Prior to or before. Let's see what it says. Preparatory. Or prerequisite. Let's see. In preparation for. Required for. In advance. Earlier than. Blah, blah, blah. But let me just write something. Okay. We all know this. Okay, real meds, they're not going to have to be on that. I'm going to try to speak as plain as God will allow me to speak. Because the insanity is I just want to write this out. I want you to look into that, Ahriman. And I want you to read what it says. And then I want you to look at society. This is a consciousness right here. When it comes to souls and spirits and the other side that you have know nothing about at all. This Satan, y'all are expecting one form to show up when it's really the consciousness. On the other side, Satan, see, You don't know that there's angels. And you'll go, yeah. Well, you don't know. You've got Disney. You don't have no real brains. See, Ahriman is the god. Satan, has to be God, but he hates everything good. You understand? And one way to corrupt anything good is to get children when they're young. So you need to look into that right there. Because this is the principalities. What is it? Ephesians 6. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places, which is Ahriman. All that will tell you that. But back to this. It's pretty crazy. I mean, truthfully. Magazines, magnetic field. But anyways, magazines, think about it. The TV guide, it did its damage. Y'all don't understand what's coming through me, do you? Billboards. The over influx of it. And the whole time they'll just tell you everything natural just kills you. That just kills you. It's like, that shit is killing y'all, that industry, the hospitals and stuff. That is. You've got to look to see what Ahriman is to start to understand some of this. Because I'm trying to show you that from your very beginning of existence as a child, your mind has been created generationally for bloodlines against anything about God. Trust me. And see, the Ahriman spirit has manifested. Satanic is manifested into life form. And when I tell you that it's you get upset. Well, that's Ahriman. How did Satan manifest inside your head? Well, through the symbols. You see what I mean? Y'all play with American Girl doll with the pentagram down and go to Gabe's pentagram down. We all do. Well, the magnetic field is what produced that. You know what produces the satanic mindset? Is the inverted symbols. Like the pentagram. The Baphomet symbol, as you would know it, with the 2 points up. But with the 2 points down, it's a good symbol, but the magnetic field is what created this. Okay? And TV, Ahriman, a trap, spirit, Satan, has gotten y'all through his TVs. And this character that controls birth and death now, on the other side, as far as your energy goes and angels, has had you in this crazy system of charging, of negative charging, and telling you that each day you do have to get your written script as movies apply, premeditated. Okay? When you combine this, and then you learn how to break it down, and to see what's actually going on, you'll never not see it. But see, it's the negative charge, the negative. We get our diplomas on a stage. I'm going to challenge the spirit in you right quick. Ahriman really represents Saturn, truthfully. Because you've got, I've heard a bunch of, I've read a lot, and I heard just one thing, and it really blew everything in half. Just like, God, seeing this. But they talk about a character. See, y'all are going to see one character as a leader, but the consciousness is one. You don't understand what I just said. Doesn't matter if you're against each other or not. At the end of the day, you're still one conscience. The Ahriman satanic mindset that everybody represents is Satan was kicked out of heaven. So if you understand the spheres, the real Lord of the Rings, Christ, and then Saturn, Satan comes in and does it. But, you know, when we die in this physical planisphere, it's plane. You can look up. Satan will not look up what he got kicked out of. Are you kidding me? Do you see what I'm saying? I'm challenging that worldly ass spirit. And it's like, you better go look up. And you can't. It's the consciousness. Every one of you's been designed to be inside. You've been designed. And through your daily meditated script movie role in the atoms of negative charges to just keep this son of a bitch going until it's in complete flames. That's what you do. But it's that. It doesn't matter, like I said, for or against. Y'all are already there to the people against me. You don't have a clue of who you are at all. You do not have a clue. And when we show you things like this and say, look, you're made of what this is too, but this is what they can do when they turn the air on. Same air that you breathe in, the magnetic field. They can manipulate it and squeeze shit like the Egyptian pyramids into little bitty Legos. Like this. And then go, those are dinosaurs. And Ahriman. Satan's job is to be worshipped like Jesus. Well, how would you do that? You'd create every fucking sugar thing known to man and get them all addicted to all of it. And then keep showing that every day, commercials all day long, baby. And then that brain, which is a computer, it registers it, and then eventually that's your prescript by Ahriman, Satan. Pharmakia means sorcery. That's what it means. Pharmakia is the goddess of sorcery, enchantress. And she turns people into swine and makes them give her all their possessions. It's some real shit. And then you got Kia cars. And it's insane. It ain't real. None of it is. It's a fucking illusion, every bit of it. It's insane. In some of those movies with their little weird space shit, and they're some space cadets going to some galaxy. And it might be a cool movie, and some boys there. And he's like, what's 6,503 times 391? And then that person goes, blah, 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 just like a computer would. Well, see, look, the brain is capable of that. Ours, yours, mine. But we were never allowed that, because Ahriman's not going to allow that. Do you understand? You can't. People can't understand that. Ahriman, Satan, has really done a job of dumbing everything down and making you accept it and not blame the system. Nobody goes at what's created. What did this? What has done this that we're in? Well, the system is too late to buck because pretty much 90% of the people depend on the system. 98%, hell 99%. So if the system stops, if those stop, your script comes to an end. Does that not make sense? Your movie script stops. They don't need you no more. You understand what I'm saying? You're just an atom. You're just part of the charging that's going on. And when they're done needing that charge, you're done. That's what we keep trying to tell people. This is real sorcery. You can show these people. Ahriman is he creates confusion in the brain. So when you've seen the same thing over and over and over and heard it, and when you show this to somebody going, hey, it's not real, Ahriman goes, let's go back over here. And they'll do it. And just watch them. It's fucking crazy. And all them pills with the numbers on them were different demons. They've all been put in huge rituals with symbols and cast with spells and everything, and then put out on the airwaves for people to resonate, and then they become that spirit, and that's when they look at you, you're crazy. You're just talking to the arhimanic spirit. It's crazy as shit. And they're loaded in these churches. I remember my experience with all of them, and I love my church people, but you're lost. You're an arhimanic spirit. You can't worship God under the influence of demons. And then, look, that's my whole point. Our cavities are consumed with chemicals, toxins, pills, images that register just like a computer. So you're not real. That's what I'm saying. If you could get real with it, you'd be like, oh my gosh. But you see what I'm saying? You were created to keep doing what you're doing. You have those offspring over there. Because in time, those children, when they don't get their fucking way of wanting to be a whatever, gender or whatever, if the parents don't go along, then they're going to come in and take those children from you and put you in jail and shit. Oh, it's going to be very, very worse. Because you never question, but then again, you can't. You're an arhimanic spirit. I'm trying to tell y'all. If you'll study that, maybe you'll start to look at who your brain is. Throw away all the names and just see what it represents. Because Lucifer and Ahriman have a huge role on the other side when you die that you do not have a fucking clue about. You've got Disney brains, and you will dismiss this because you've got Ahriman. Ahriman's going to fill your brain up with all that shit when you're young, so when you see this down the road, you'll run from it. Ahriman runs from the truth, runs from it, runs, will not listen, will not question, will not even fucking call and be like, hey, how you doing? That's y'all. They won't listen or nothing. That's an arhimanic spirit, which is Lucifer. They go hand in hand on the other side. This one right here has a huge role. And this will be dismissed by 99% of the people. But I made a deal. Going into 9 years, and December the 17th, we'll have from that shithole of all that, scripts, all them scripted shit, only to figure out that the whole fucking industry is Ahriman. If you study that shit and have a career in that, you're an arhimanic spirit. You're a material spirit. You're not of God, which would be up here in the ether net. You've got the internet, materialism. Ethernet is the free power that they took from us. And you will not fucking look because all of y'all's atoms are negatively charged through your shots and everything. I gotta go. I love you.